Justin, I do want to talk about your to kind of flip completely into a different
Mhm.
direction. You have a Sixers sneaker ranking.
Yes.
Very cool. Very
And I
cool.
would I would love to hear about that. So tell us about that, and then let's talk about that.
Yeah. So not only am I a big sports fan, big Sixers fan, I am a sneakerhead. So I collect sneakers, try to get rare sneakers. I've been doing that for, I don't know, it's been over 12 years and I've been doing this. Like when I was in college, I used to skip class and camp outside of places to get sneakers. So like that's how big of a sneakerhead I am. But I was looking at, I was thinking about something different, and I've always watched what the guys wear and are intrigued by what the guys wear on the floor, especially since the rule changed a few years ago where before you had to have team colored sneakers. So now you can wear anything you want. So it's really interesting what the guys wear around the league, but especially within the Sixers. So, I decided to do like a top 5 ranking of sneaker, basically, sneaker rotation for the Sixers. So at 5, I had Seth Curry. Of course, he's Under Armour brand because of Steph Curry, and Steph Curry has Curry brand through Under Armour. Although Under Armour is not one of the, I guess, biggest brands in the NBA as far as players wearing it, I think the technology of Steph and him pushing that brand and pushing you way to the top, and Seth getting all the exclusive colorways, I think that it makes him one of those top 5 guys. Last year, one of the really big things, the last 2 years, they had something where they kind of attribute colorways to their childhood. So last year for the Curry 8, they had the M&M colorway and they had the Skittles colorway, which is what both of them ate as children. And I thought that was really cool to attribute to some of their childhood, as well as the previous year. Steph and Seth both had Sour Patch Kid colorways where one was lime green, one was red, and that attributed to both of them liking that candy as kids. So that's cool. Um, at 4, I had Shake Milton. He's really underrated with his sneaker game. Starting from last year, then especially into the bubble, he was an avid Kobe Bryant, Kobe 5 wearer. So that's one of the most popular basketball shoes that you can wear. But the colorways that he had, some of the player exclusives to like Sixers colorways were really cool. Lots of white and red, things you just didn't see around the league. After that, I had Tyrese Maxey at 3. He came in as a young guy, and he sported, his entire collection. He had a bunch of Kobe 6s, 5s, 7s. Like he had some good colorways. So I like that. I had Joel Embiid at 2. He is Under Armour, but he has his own signature shoe, and I just think that's major. Not a lot of guys in the league have that. And although it's not with Nike or Adidas, it is with Under Armour. A lot of some of his proceeds definitely go to Philadelphia community charities, which is really cool. And his stuff has a story to it. His original colorway was referencing Cameroon, where he grew up at. He had another colorway based on video games, which is one of the things he does a lot. He just had a bunch of good colorways. I actually purchased 2 of those to support Joel. And when I do play basketball, I kind of rotate, but I like to play in those. They're pretty comfortable, especially for a big man to have a signature shoe. They're pretty comfortable. And then number 1 was Tobias Harris. Like, since he's been on the team, he's been the top sneaker guy on the team. Like, his collection is crazy. I think he did was it an Instagram video maybe 2 years ago when he first got here, or maybe last summer he showed like a lot of stuff in his closet. It is bananas how many
Yeah.
Kobe's he has, from the 2s to the 8s and the 11s. He just wears them all, every colorway. He started to get those exclusive colorways. Like, you only seeing guys like Anthony Davis rocking these type of colorways
Yeah.
because he's a Laker and stuff like that. But now Tobias is starting to get them, and I noticed that one thing that really stood out to me with Tobias's shoe wear was Christmas game against the Milwaukee Bucks. For the first half, he wore the
Yeah.
Grinch Kobe 6s, and then for the second half, he changed into the Grinch Cheetah Kobe 7s, which was the back-to-back Christmas Day sneakers for Kobe, one year after the other. And I'm like, yo, that's super cool that he was able to change. So, I love what they wear, and Tobias Harris is the king of the court for the Sixers with the kicks.
Yeah. First off, Justin, awesome idea for the article for diving into that. I thought that was super creative, super awesome, super well executed too. Totally agree. Tobias is the king when it comes to shoes, and I think that's something noticeable throughout the year. Even just like always the different pop on his shoes and the way he changes it up. I'd also like to throw a sleeper pick on the list is my guy Furkan Korkmaz with his shoes here. Is the thing I couldn't find any specific model or what it was for, but I always remember him with just the yellow colorways with like the KDs and just his big feet. I'm always distracted by how big his feet are, but like I think he deserves some recollection. He's always got. I saw he wore a bunch of Kobe's. He's a big Nike guy, but Freck deserves some love for his footwear as well.
Yep. Yeah, Furkan's he's definitely he cracks me up. Just everything that he does cracks me up. But again, Justin, that's a super like a really cool idea. I'm a big sneaker guy as well, but like I think it's a nice way to look at kind of these guys allowing themselves to express themselves on the court. And Tobias does a great job with it. I think he's just like kind of an icon in that way as well. He's always got the nice fits coming into the game. No love for Ben Simmons. What does he wear? The Zoom Rises?
Yeah, he used to wear the Zoom Rises, and he started wearing I guess it's called like Nike BB Next. So he started wearing those this year, and he did have a really cool colorway. It was made after the Yeezy 2 Solar sneakers. So he had that colorway. It was like all black. It had some pinkish red trim, but like glow in the dark soles. That was pretty cool. Speaking of Furkan, he does wear some really cool shoes. He started wearing like these kind of like the same thing, but these like Nike Cosmic like Cosmic sneakers. They were pretty cool too. But Ben's really like he's never been the colorway type of guy. Like you'll see him wear those, whatever sneaker he wears, he'll wear for probably about 20 games.
Yeah.
Until the comfort of the shoe starts changing. Then he'll change into the same shoe, maybe another colorway. But he doesn't really switch like some of the other guys.
Yeah, and that's interesting though. That is kind of become a rarity for NBA guys, is they do seem so like loyal to like switching up. Like for a guy to wear shoes repetitively is kind of rare, which is interesting to me.
I think PJ Tucker kind of made it like that, because PJ Tucker like switches shoes in between quarters. Like
that's crazy.
It's just like it's bananas. But I also think that, like you said, with just some of the changes in uniform policies and stuff like that, it just makes it easier for guys to express themselves. Another kind of I wanted to kind of throw an honorable mention, Danny Green, because he's a Puma guy, and that's not a big brand, but it's starting to get bigger with some of the names of Puma. But he wore every one of J. Cole's signature shoe, the Dreamer. He wore every version of that. I do think those are cool. I do have a pair of those. But those colorways are amazing. And then one of the cool colorways he had was, I think it was like a Rugrats colorway or something he wore this year. It was pretty cool. And I'm just like, although Puma is one of the smaller brands, they think outside of the box as well, with helping their athletes out and providing those different kind of pop colorways. So I thought Danny did a good job too.